My name is Kelly Clark. I'm the camp director here at the Cool Adventures at the Raleigh Iceplex. I look over children from the ages of 5 to 13 when they track out of year-round school. Well, a lot of the girls that come in here, they kind of act differently based on their personalities. With other girls, sometimes they get along really well, other times they'll shun each other into small groups, and then they have a clique that rules one section of the camp and a clique that rules the other section, even though we tell them all the time, sharing is caring and you should share things with each other and not fight with each other. For some reason, all it takes is one girl to come in and think she's above everybody else or cooler than everybody else, and then she'll gather like a following. And then after she has a following, it pretty much just shuns anybody who's not her friend. And they can be pretty mean to each other, call each other names and trip each other and write horrible things on bathroom stalls or inside of little playhouses and innocent things. Girls today definitely dress a little bit more revealing today than they did when I was a kid. Today it's really hard to tell the difference between a 12-year-old and a 25-year-old because they've got shirts cut down to their belly buttons and pants cut up to their private parts, and if anything's covered up, it's tight. It's tight as it could get without, breathing. But yeah, it's definitely more provocative. Whereas back in my day, when I was in middle school a couple of years ago, it was more. There was girls who wore tight clothing, but it wasn't a lot of skin. Whereas today it's more skin and tight rather than just tight. I definitely think children are rushing more towards sex and boys than when I was younger. When I was in middle school, it was all about, ooh, your first boyfriend. It was exciting, and you held hands and you kissed in the hallway, and that was it. Kids today, they lose their virginity just because it's cool to not be a virgin. Like, they want to lose it right away. They want to lose it at 11 and 12 years old as soon as they hit the 6th grade, and they don't care who it's with. They just want to lose it. It was something special when I was a kid. It was still significant. And even if you lost it at a young age, it was because you really loved your boyfriend. You were obsessed with the boy that you were with. And even if that boy wasn't into you in the same way and they just wanted sex, it was something special for girls. Whereas nowadays it's lose your virginity just to lose your virginity because everybody else is doing it. And you have to have a boyfriend to be cool. And boys just, they already know. They already know that girls are trying to lose their virginity just to lose it, and they're willing to take it. And they don't care anything about the girl that they take it from. They just take it. Yeah, a good example of sexual maturity way too young is I was told by a girl who goes here, who's in middle school, that there is an actual 7th grader at the age of 12 years old, she's not even 13 yet, at 12 years old, who is pregnant with her first child. And while that might be acceptable back in the old days where everybody had kids at 12 years old, it's not the healthiest thing for children to go through, and it's emotionally a lot of work and physically a lot of work, and it's just happening so early in their lives that even at 7 years old, because they're willing to lose their virginity so young, or not at 7, sorry, at 12 years old, because they're willing to use their virginity so young, they're getting pregnant because they're not using protection, which actually saw something, or was told rather, by one of my kids that children, or rather middle schoolers, don't use condoms because they have swag. Apparently being cool means not using condoms and getting pregnant at 12 years old.